Hey guys, today we're back and already we skipped ahead a little while, but right now we're about to drop this load of wool off at the factory and we're gonna pick up the fabric. Let's pull forward and get that. And I did make a good chunk of money from the canola oil sale along with the cement products I sold. I made like 700,000, but I upgraded the oil mill and I bought this field over here. Where am I at? Over here. I bought field number 8. It's already plowed up. But I'm gonna expand it. I'm gonna speed up time a little bit. We're gonna get into the daylight. Then I'm gonna cut all these trees down, and I'm possibly gonna expand it all the way to the road, all the way around. Make Gives more yield out of the field. So let's go put this fabric into the clothing factory, and we will get moving on that. We already planted and fertilized the main fields again, so they're already growing and they're ready to be harvested this coming year. It's almost winter time now, so they're gonna be having to grow. But sadly, I had to wait till after planting season to sell everything to make max profit. So I wasn't able to include the newest field in this year's harvest, but it will be next year's harvest as well. And there was no crop in it to begin with, so we're not making any top end profit straight off the field. Like if it was cotton or anything, I could rent a cotton harvester and just go sell that for straight profit. I can't do that at this time because there was nothing in it. But we can still make profit of it in a different way. In terms of the way I'm expanding the field, we will end up creating more yield out of it, and in turn, we'll make more profit than the field was meant to produce. Because I'll be expanding the area we have to plant. Won't be too bad of a deal though. We'll get moving, going as quick as we can. We'll get out of the daylight here soon. I mean, out of the darkness. Just sped up time to early morning. That way, I could get the best prices to sell stuff at, especially canola oil. Its price kind of drops once daylight hits, so I had to sell it early. It would have still been a high price. It would just wouldn't have been the. I think I got like 5,700 for it, and then this doesn't get sold till April. The clothes don't get sold till April, so we're just keep producing them until then. I'll double check on that, but I'm pretty sure they don't get sold up until April. But I'm gonna need to get me probably rent a tree. I don't want to rent a tree harvester because there's no. Because I don't think the trees that I have over there are not gonna fit into a tree harvester. But we'll get over there and we'll see what we can handle. Let's use the Peterbilt right over there. The Peterbilt. We're gonna hook up to the step deck. That way, if it'll auto load the trees onto it, we'll be able to go straight to the mill with them. We're not gonna mill them or anything. They'll just be sold for straight tree profit at whatever the prices are. Because it's not my main goal. Is to, I mean, I could. There's a mod you can get where you can rent the factory. So if I wanted to, I could go out, go get the mod, and then start renting the sawmill, and then make use of these trees and get the profit from it. and then just call it a day. But that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just, this is our field right here, right across the road. We're gonna go up the road. We're gonna start at this corner and just work our way around the back. So like I said, it's not a humongous field either. It's just enough to make some more canola out of. Let's see what this thing does here. Speed up time. There we go. Get pretty much into the daylight here about 8 o'clock. There we go. Back to normal. Start chopping stuff down. That's my marking spray. Where's my chainsaw? There we go. Cut them down as low as possible. Then we'll come in with a stump grinder after the fact. We'll see if this can load it real quick. It might. Let's see. Oh, will it? Item is too large. Okay. So we may see if I have a auto load. Tree trailer? Log transport. Better idea. I don't know why I want to call it a tree trailer. Wood transport. There we go. See if I have any auto load ones. I might not have any auto load ones. This is apparently. Oh yeah, it is, ain't it? There we go. Let's see if it's worth it. It kind of is actually, because I could probably just log fork it. Then you have. Oh, we could put dualies on it. That sounds good. Tandem. Put as many axles on as I can. That'll. Don't need a trailer hitch. Don't need another one. Put it on a gooseneck. I could put it on the. I could put this on the dually. We might do that. We'll probably put it on the dually instead of the rent it. Pull the Peterbilt back into the yard. Better to, better just to use a trailer meant for that, and it'll keep them from rolling off the side there. So let's hope they're not too large for them. You're supposed to be able to delimb these things, these logs, but some of the trees are just really difficult because it doesn't really count each like little branch. It counts every branch as a new tree. Yeah, I'll see if I can show you what I'm talking about in a minute once I get the trailer. Rare. Grab the dually, go get the trailer. And worst comes to worst, I can also rent a wheel loader if I need to. I can rent a wheel loader and load them manually. It's not that big of a deal. Just They are cumbersome to load, so if I can have this trailer auto load them, I will. Let's go make this down. I thought I wouldn't really like this type of truck for running around the farm with, but it's turned out to be one of the better ones I've ever had in terms of the in-game trucks. I mean, I can get modded trucks. I think I have a few already, but they're not on any pickup truck. Let's see if we can fix that there. Yeah, we can. There we go. Level her back out. That works. Imagine changing all those tires out. And that's my fault. He got stuck. There we go. Pull in here and see if it'll load it up. It should. Item too large again. So if we take it, and like I'll probably be able to show you what I was talking about with the chainsaw here. See, there's some wood chips flying because some of these branches are counted as foliage, and some are like straight trees. So you just gotta kind of like hope that the parts that are being too large for the trailer are just foliage that you just run up to and chop them off. And it's kind of finicky on how it works. In Farm Simulator 17, you were able to just to walk up the tree trunk, but they didn't have all these trees that were actually branched off. They were usually just pine trees. So like these actual branching trees here. Like look, we just had a full cut line there. Let me do that. Okay, so I did skip it a little bit. We cut up the tree to the best of our ability, but it didn't really. It's not going to auto load, so we're going to have to. We're going to have. We have no choice but to. What's the word? Go get a wheel loader, and we'll load them up physically ourselves with a wheel loader. But that might be better because then I can actually use the Peterbilt and just load them on the step deck, which would be better because if I load them on the step deck, then they won't have these side rails to prevent them from coming off. But I can get out and lock the and then lock the ratchet straps on it, and it won't go nowhere. And just set another log on top of it, and it won't have no adverse effects on us loading or shouldn't in theory. The loading stuff in this game is honestly like sometimes difficult, so we'll have to see. But we're gonna leave that there, and we're gonna come cut all these trees down. So let's see if I got a. We could probably load it on the step deck, to be honest, but I want this. Oh, it can auto load on it can auto load on a low boy too. Look at that. Here, grab that. 5,000 to lease that. Then come down to wheel loaders, which should be. So we got excavators too. We could load them with the excavator, but that just seems difficult too. I can load it with this Volvo, but again, that's like a high. That's a clam bunk type wheel loader too. It's a high lift, so I could pick it up that way. But if I can find the regular wheel loaders, they're so difficult to find sometimes. There they are. I just get this one, 15,000. Find the log fork for it. Unloading grapple, log fork right here. Grab my Peterbilt and we'll run down the road. Found it. It's like I'm the cattle cartel over here. 1.6 semi. Except unlike the cattle cartel, mine's not up for repo. That's a big thing right now is the cattle cartel. They were it's a name of a group that used to haul cattle. They have nice big rigs. Like they just saw one. They just got one of his trucks back because the bank wants his trucks back because obviously he defaulted, filed for bankruptcy, so his trucks are up for repo, and they got a nice baby blue one, sky blue almost. It was they called it Bad Company. They just repoed that not too long ago. There's another one that was green. I don't know. I'm not keeping 100% track of which ones are repoed yet, but he's definitely got some problems. They're getting repoed bad, so this Peterbilt shouldn't have any issues hauling this at all. With a Triton on the rear end, he's got all the weight carrying capacity. Gonna load it up from the back because it's got a dovetail on it. So let's see if I can climb this dovetail. In theory, a wheel loader like this wouldn't even bat an eyelash at trying to climb this. Yeah, put the grapple up here on the neck. Bam. There we go. She's loaded. Drop it down. I can rotate the fifth wheel if I really want to. I can pull it up, but I wonder if I can make it, if I can extend the drop box. Let's see. Should be able to. So I'm saying is that usually you can. It looks like the controls are locked on the 18 wheeler, so I really can't extend the drop box there, but we are able to still move it just fine. We just had to have our fifth wheel slid all the way back. Turn our caution lights on, throw caution to the wind, hammer down. Listen to it move.